So there are four main common causes of hypoxia. The first of one is hypoxic hypoxia. What is the meaning of hypoxic hypoxia? Hypoxia due to less oxygen in the surrounding. Okay, suppose I am sitting in a room for about 48 hours without opening any doors and windows. So gradually oxygen is building up and carbon dioxide is building up and oxygen is taken up by me. Okay, and it will cause, if I will be in same, it will cause hypoxia. Okay, this is called hypoxic hypoxia. For example, if you go to high altitude, okay, if you go to high altitude, there is a low, the density of the oxygen is low there, so it can cause hypoxic hypoxia. That's why mountain trekker, they carry oxygen cylinder with them. Okay, so the one is high altitude. Okay, high altitude. Another one may be COPD. So suppose any kind of a lung disorder is there, and it is not able to take oxygen. Okay, not able to take oxygen. It is also a type of hypoxic hypoxia. It is not very convincible for me, but it is a category. Okay, hypoxia hypoxia. Then other word is, so this is the main common hypoxic hypoxia. Okay, the less oxygen in the surrounding from where I am taking the oxygen. The oxygen is already less in that atmosphere. This is hypoxic hypoxia. Number two is anemic hypoxia. Hypoxia, we know, less oxygen due to anemia. Anemia, just, if you, even if you don't know, don't worry. Anemia means less hemoglobin. Okay, just for the sake, less hemoglobin. Maybe lots of scenarios, but just anemia is less hemoglobin. So if the hemoglobin will not function normally, suppose we talked in previous, right, there is a blood vessel, oxygen is coming very normally, all thing is happening perfectly normal, but oxygen is also there, but the hemoglobin are not able to take the oxygen to the cell. Okay, this is called anemic hypoxia. Maybe lot of cases, why the oxygen is not able to taken up by the hemoglobin. Maybe due to the hemoglobin is already bounded by something. Okay, already bounded by something, it is already occupied by some other substances. Okay, in that case, let's talk about carbon monoxide poisoning. Carbon monoxide poison. Okay, we know one thing from our very old classes, old school, I mean that, like 10 or plus 1, that carbon monoxide bind with the hemoglobin about 1 lakh 100,000 times stronger as compared to the oxygen. So if the carbon monoxide is already bounded to the hemoglobin, it will not allow oxygen to bind. Okay, it will lead to hypoxia. It is also category of anemic hypoxia, carbon monoxide poisoning. Other may be the hemoglobin are less, other may be the hemoglobin are normal, but the structure of the hemoglobin is not normal, like see in sickle cell anemia, the hemoglobin are not able to, the surface area decrease from this surface area decrease to this. Okay, and also it is not able to hold the oxygen as they should have been hold and should have been carried to the target site. Other is carbon monoxide poisoning. Other is methemoglobin. Methemoglobin. What is methemoglobin? Methemoglobin is oxidation of Fe plus 2. See, hemoglobin, if you will molecularly see, there are four suppose molecule, and this is bounded by iron. Okay, this is bounded by iron. But if this Fe plus 2 is converted into Fe plus 3, the iron will not be able to hold the hemoglobin molecule as it should have been done normally. It will lead to hypoxia. This is called methemoglobin hypoxia. Okay, methemoglobin hypoxia. If we talk little bit more about methemoglobin, this is more common in infant. Okay, this is more common in infant, uh, and these occur in infant. That's why there are a lot of drugs which are contraindicated in infant, which are contraindicated in pregnancy. So the drug is one of the reason. The drugs which you should remember is nitrate and sulfonamide. Okay, sulfonamide, these are the drug which can cause methemoglobin hypoxia in which can cause formation of the methemoglobin and which will lead to hypoxia. Okay. Just also thing to remember here is, if someone is having methemoglobin hypoxia, for the treatment he or she is given methylene methylene blue. Okay, methylene blue. Methylene blue is a reducing agent. Methylene blue is a reducing agent. As we talked above, that iron Fe plus 2 is oxidized to Fe plus 3. So if you give reducing agent, the oxidation will be reduced, okay, and it will reduce the risk of hypoxia. So we saw the anemic hypoxia, and methemoglobin hypoxia, which was under the category of anemic hypoxia. Number third one is stagnant hypoxia. Stagnant hypoxia. What do the names suggest? The names suggest that the blood is stagnant at a particular place. Suppose this is arm. Suppose this is arm. This is finger. Okay, this is finger. There is a blood vessel which is giving blood supply. There's a blood vessel which giving supply to these areas. Okay, which is giving supply to this area. But suppose if I tie this person's hand on both the side, the blood will, I tie it so tightly that the blood is not able to move now. The blood is not able to move now. It will cause hypoxia around about 2-3 minutes or 5 minutes maybe, because there is little bit oxygen is already present here. The little bit oxygen is present. Once that oxygen is utilized by these around cell, then it will cause hypoxia. But the hypoxia is due to what? All thing is working properly, but due to stagnant blood being stagnant at a particular place. This is stagnant hypoxia. The stagnant hypoxia, we can, why it is important? It is important. The stagnant hypoxia may be of two types. First of all is a ischemia. Okay, ischemia, and another is a congestion. Congestion, don't worry about this. First, let's talk about ischemia. Blockage in arterial obstruction or blockage, okay, is called ischemia. Suppose the kidney is supplied by the artery, okay, oxygenated blood is supplied. If there is a blockage, it will cause ischemia. The heart is supplied by the coronary artery from coming from the aorta. So the heart is supplied by artery. The blockage in those artery will lead to ischemia. Okay, in ischemia. And in stagnant hypoxia, you have to remember one thing. Most common cause is which one? Ischemia. What about the congestion? Congestion is also similar to the ischemia, but the thing is, it is blocking to venous system or a venous vessels. Okay, this is congestion. This is not very important. Just need to know that stagnant is having ischemia and congestion. Another one is histotoxic hypoxia. Histotoxic hypoxia. Histotoxic means at a, so due to certain kind of toxin substance to the cell, it is causing hypoxia. Suppose if we take cyanide. Suppose a person took cyanide and ingested cyanide by any way, and uh, cyanide, you know where it works? It works cytochrome C in mitochondria. Okay, and it damages the mitochondria and leading to hypoxia due to a toxin. So this is called histotoxic hypoxia. Okay, this is called histotoxic hypoxia. Just last thing you should know, if anyone asks you most common cause of cell injury, what is that? It is hypoxia. Okay, it is hypoxia. Then if anyone asks most common cause of hypoxia, the most common cause of hypoxia is ischemia. Okay, because congestion will should not be the main common cause, because This is the blockage in the venous system, and already venous system is deoxygenated blood. Okay, and the problem will occur when the oxygenated blood pathway will be blocked, so ischemia.